It's September 10th, 2024, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel, and I'm going to sidle on up over here. Not saddle up. That's later. GOP candidate for president and former GOP President Donald Trump has threatened prosecution and long prison sentences to the election officials and political operatives who could cheat him out of a 2024 win. When asked for the names of these officials and operatives, Trump said, "You don't need to know their names. I know their names, and they know that I know their names, and that's all you need to know. You're a lousy reporter, the worst reporter, the lousiest." Conspiracy creator Alex Jones said Trump got the unnamed names from a licensed precog. Meanwhile, current Democratic Vice President and Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris has received the endorsement from former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney and from her 83-year-old father, the former Republican Vice President Dick Cheney, because Dick Cheney knows just how hard it is having a boss who can't speak in full sentences. Cheney's former boss, W, said he isn't endorsing Trump or Harris in 2024, and instead, on his ballot, he will write in the name Will Ferrell. And look! There's President Biden. Everyone say hi, Joe. Hello. Aw, he looks rested. Who's running the country? Maybe we don't even need a president. Donald Trump's presidential campaign aircraft briefly flew through off-limits airspace near the White House last week, while vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance was aboard. Air traffic controllers told the pilot to make a left turn to avoid crossing through the airspace, but the Trump campaign insists it will never turn left. New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu saved a contestant who was choking during a lobster roll eating contest at the Hampton Beach Seafood Festival. Sources say when asked afterwards if the governor saved their life, the contestant couldn't respond because they were all choked up. Actor James Earl Jones died on Monday at the age of 93. The cause of death is believed to be one of the following: trampling by a stampede of wildebeest, electrocution by Emperor Palpatine, or lingering embarrassment from being in the 1986 movie Soul Man. Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop brand announced it will slash 18% of its workforce, which means that on LinkedIn, her vagina is now open to work. NBC announced they are pulling back The Tonight Show to 4 nights a week, Monday through Thursday. Then, on Fridays at 11:35 p.m., NBC will live stream a tropical fish tank for 6 hours. Disgraced movie mogul and rapist Harvey Weinstein underwent emergency surgery on Monday due to heart problems. Unfortunately, he survived. An article in Life and Style, which is a magazine most people only buy when visiting a friend in the hospital, reports Jennifer Garner's boyfriend, John Miller, has been very patient when having to deal with Ben Affleck. Hey, Life and Style, we've all been very patient with Ben Affleck. We all have. In an interview with Bloomberg News, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said she would welcome a visit by her Chinese counterpart. Or her Japanese counterpart. Hell, any counterpart, really. She's just so damn lonely. It's hurricane season, people. Gird your loins. Tropical storm Francine is simmering in the Gulf of Mexico and is expected to hit landfall this very week. Authorities are warning people to avoid the coastal states, including Georgia. Unless you live here, in which case you're screwed. The Columbia protester, who demanded humanitarian aid while protesting Israel, is now teaching a class at the school. The class is called How to Fake Victimhood After Growing Up in an Upper Middle Class Suburb. Boeing has reached a deal with its largest union. The workers will receive a 25% wage increase over the next 4 years, and the company will stop supplying airplanes that fall apart mid-flight. Our 90s themed show, The Sketch World, returns this weekend on Saturday night only. It's a little complicated. So if you're in Atlanta, come on by Limelight Theater and enjoy sketch comedy featuring the Spice Girls, Barney the Dinosaur, that old lady from the Life Alert commercial who's fallen and can't get up, and more. If you're not in Atlanta, which statistically is most of you, then please like this video and go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We would love to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and we can only do that with your help. So, please help. And while you're off doing that, we will wrap up this gratuitous play. After a shooting at a high school in Georgia, it was discovered that the shooter's gun was a gift from his father, just like guns are a gift from our founding fathers. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration wants American automakers to make safety improvements to SUVs and trucks that are so big the drivers can't see pedestrians in front of them. In response, an auto industry trade group instead suggested giving 10 points instead of 15 to drivers who kill pedestrians. Sounds fair. Authorities say Lake Erie is unsafe for swimming due to the abundance of blue-green algae or toxic scum. We here at Sketchworks NewsBrake advise against contact with toxic scum in any environment, such as scumbags, scum buckets, and scum of the earth, to name but a few. The CEO of Waffle House passed away this last week. His family will hold a private funeral where they will see to it that he is properly smothered and covered. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mom for me. I like her scattered and uncovered.